So about a couple months ago, I bought this Festool Domino. It's the DF500, and it's a great tool. I really like having it around the shop. And I also have this cheap dowel jig that I bought off Amazon about 8 years ago. And just the other day, I had a thought, is this Festool Domino really that much better than a dowel jig? So in this video, we're gonna find out. So I've made 3 test pieces here. The first one is just glue. Glue alone can be a strong joint if it's long grain with long grain. But what we have here is end grain gluing into long grain, which doesn't make for a very strong joint. The next joint that I did was with dowels, and I've used 2 dowels because I figured if you're gonna make a joint like this, most people would use 2 dowels, so that's what I did. And they're a 5/16 dowel that I used. And then obviously, the last joint is the domino, and there's just 1 domino in there. So the test that we're gonna do isn't very scientific. All we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp the piece in the vise like this, and we're gonna hang this 5-gallon bucket off the end of it. Now this bucket already is filled about halfway with silica sand, and if that's not enough to break the joint, we're just gonna keep adding bricks to this. The first test is just glue. I don't know, I think the best way to do is just clamp it like this. That way the bucket has less to fall. I was thinking of doing it like this, but that's a long ways for the bucket. You know what? Let's do it. We'll clamp it in here like this. By the way, the wood that I'm using is pine. All right, let's see what happens. So this is just the bucket with silica sand in it. And this is not gonna last long, I know that. This is so scary. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Yeah, of course, that broke. There you can kind of see there, it took a little bit of the wood with it. All right, next up is dowels. So after I did that first test, I had a thought. So what I did was I made some marks on here. They're 2 inches. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the bucket on this arm, and then we're gonna move it down closer to the end. And then if that doesn't break, then we'll start adding bricks to it. My pail is pretty heavy to start with, and I'm almost certain if I sit it on the end right away, it's just gonna snap. So if everyone snaps, then we're not gonna be able to tell which joint was stronger. So we're just gonna start closer and work our way out. First test. It's holding. Okay, we're gonna move it 2 inches out. Oh, and it failed. That's too bad. Here's just a close-up of that damage. And yeah, she took some wood with her. Okay, last one, the domino. I really hope that this one holds up. I hope I didn't waste my money on a Festool domino. I really hope this doesn't fail on the first test. First bucket of sand. All right. It is holding. Now I really hope it doesn't break on the second one because this is going to make for a very boring video. Let's bring it out. Oh, look at that. It's already beat the dowels. Well, let's keep on going and see how far we can make it. Another 2 more inches. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Oh, there she goes. I thought I could hear cracking. I was about to put my ear to it and then she snapped. That is very interesting. So here, that's what those pieces look like. Not bad. I have to say, I'm pretty happy that the domino beat the dowel. I mean, this tool is very expensive versus this that might have cost, I don't know, $30 on Amazon. Don't get me wrong, dowels do make strong joints. And I mean, what I'm doing here, that was a pretty extreme test. Like that was a lot of weight. I think that bucket was probably around 50 pounds. For the type of construction you're gonna be using dowels for, it's gonna be perfectly fine. I mean, you're not building a house. It doesn't have to stand up to hurricane type winds and stuff like that. So really, I mean, you don't need a domino, although it makes life a lot easier. You can still get away with just using a dowel jig. I just had another thought. It'd be interesting to see how the Festool domino compares to the Kreg jig, the pocket hole screw. If you want to see that test, let me know in the comments below. And if I get enough interest, I'll probably make that video. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it educational or entertaining. I don't know. But if you're new to this channel, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video. And like always, we'll see you in the next one.